Okay. This Sun article here is more proof, not just proof, more proof that the legal system doesn't care about the children at all. They only care about placating the mother and demonizing the father. So when they bullshit about saying this is done for the welfare of the child, they are lying. Because this is a little boy who was given into the care of his mother, and his stepfather, and the two of them abused this boy and then murdered him. Little Logan, who was just 5 years old when he was murdered at the hands of his twisted mom, Williamson, and stepdad, John Cole. The tragic death in July last year came after months of abuse in an attack which left him with catastrophic injuries. His pajama-clad body was then dumped in the river like fly-tipped rubbish. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now, before we go on, here's a chart that goes back, as you can see, all the way back 20 years that shows that child abuse is far more likely to be done by the mother than the father. So, and of course, the biological father was cut out, right? His father, Ben, was blocked by Williamson, his mother, from seeing his son before his death, of course. So the legal system was entirely for this. And now they're going to try and play dumb and say, oh, we're so shocked. We're so shocked that this happened. We didn't care about the child's interest. We cared only about keeping this woman happy and hating on this guy. And lo and behold, it came and blew up in our faces. It was a case that shocked the nation. It doesn't shock me. And why would they claim to be shocked when they know what goes on? In April, Williamson 30 and Cole 40 and the 14-year-old boy were all convicted of murder and are set to be sentenced this week. Right. And the visibly shocked father heartbreakingly reveals he was blocked from his son for 19 months before his murder, sobbing, all I wanted to do was just be a dad. Well, sorry, Ben, but society sees you as a subhuman because you were of the sex you were born. By the way, someone actually said, wow, they treat the fathers like they're automatic child abusers. And I had to disagree with them. They don't treat them like abusers because they know that the mother's more likely to be the abuser. So this isn't about the man being abused. It's just about him being a man. So you fathers hearing this, I want you to know that. Don't let them gaslight you about thinking that men are automatically abusers. They only say that because, as they say, this little boy was sacrificed on the altar of female privilege and worship. So know that. Here's another thing. He said, Williamson, his wife, made my life absolute misery. All I wanted to do was just be a dad. So again, when they talk about parental alienation, it's father alienation. And any group who wants to fight parental alienation, if they want to make things better, they have to be honest and say it is not use these gender neutral terms, because this is not a gender neutral thing. It's fathers being kicked away from their sons, and the children get sacrificed for the mother. So I'm telling you that again. The magnitude of the boy's injuries are what one would expect in a high velocity road traffic collision. Oh my God. They worked this baby over, these monsters. My God. Oh, by the way, and this is the modus operandi of these abusive mothers. They love to have a male ally who will become their patsy when things go tits up. Talking about Williamson here. She was arrested on the way to the station from her interview. Williamson continues with her hideous show, crying, I just lost my son, and now this, you're tearing my heart apart. This is crocodile tears. However, when under police questioning, as she desperately tries to pass the blame on to Cole, her male partner, Williamson admits her parenting was far from perfect. Oh my God. Astonishingly claiming the only thing I'm guilty here of is child neglect. No, this woman saw this boy being abused, and by allowing it, she's a part of the abuse. She wanted this man in her life, and she wanted the son only because she didn't want the father to have it. So she was willing to abuse this boy rather than see him live a better life with his father. And obviously this monster didn't want him around either. It also becomes apparent to the police that Logan had been a victim of months of abuse. A few statements have come in today, which have started to paint quite a disturbing picture about how Logan was treated prior to his death. Family friends have said that as a form of punishment, John would put Logan in a press-up position for a considerable amount of time. I don't know what that is, but it sounds painful. Logan was crying and John made him stay like that. Police also reveal Cole taunted Logan, who was given cereal for dinner while he gorged on KFC chicken. And Williamson reveals in a run up to his death, Cole made Logan stand and face the wall all day, every day. I hope this guy rots in jail. I hope he rots there. And I hope this woman rots with him. So of course, family friends said it. You ever notice that the female privilege is so potent that even other women who might come up and say something's going on will be ignored? Where's social services? They're nowhere, because once the child's under the mother's care, to social services, the mother can do whatever she likes with the child. That's a fact. This article is proof of that. It's absolute proof of that. Here's some hypocrisy. The people who were meant to look after him and protect him haven't. Well, duh, because you people aren't about protecting the child. You never were. Now look at this. The day before he was found, a social worker visited but didn't see him because they were told he had COVID. So once the child's under the mother's care, the social workers, they know hands off. The nobility has her little peasant, and if she wants to destroy it, she can. This whole system is involved, and that includes the police. They're only crying now, the police, up here, because finally it came to rest on their doorstep. Someone put this bag of dog turds on their doorstep. Now they have to pretend that they aren't involved in this. Man, this is making me angry. This is making me angry. So you guys can read the rest of this article. I'm going to put it in the description box. But again, this is to point out that the whole system, again, is about placating to women at the expense of children and hating on men. That's what it's about. And then they have the audacity to pretend that's not what they were doing the whole time. Thank you, everyone.